Hello, parents. I wanted to give you a little bit of an algebra grading walkthrough and then also a Schoology walkthrough. The regular emails have been getting kind of boring, so I thought a quick video would be much better. So let's talk about book work, also known as homework or worksheets. It's worth 0%, but it needs to be done to unlock retakes on actual tests and quizzes. Must be physically turned in. So they do the book work or the worksheet and they physically turn it into me. It's basically graded off completion, but I do spot check once in a while just to make sure the kids are turning it in honestly and with integrity. Skill checks, these are where a lot of the work is going to be done, but it's only worth 10% of the points. They can be done as many times as needed, and it's best if done on paper. So these are questions that we have built from scratch that are going to maximize the skills the students need to succeed on tests and quizzes. The skill checks will be exponentially way more difficult than tests and quizzes, and we do that on purpose because if they can handle the skill checks, the test quizzes are going to be a piece of cake. And the best thing about these is that they are retakeable, resumable. They can redo them anytime, anywhere, any place, and they can always get help from me or classmates or even the internet on these skill checks. Again, they're best if done on paper. A lot of students try to do them just off the top of their head with the calculator when these are on Schoology, so they try to do them just one at a time off the top of their head without actually writing it out. Bad move. It's best if done on paper. And then finally, tests and quizzes. It's worth 90% of the grade. They can retake them if they have the book work done and they've done the skill check. They got to have a passing grade on both of these items before they can retake tests or quizzes. 90%, and it's organized by folder. Speaking of, let's take a look at Schoology. I'll switcheroo here. All right, so here is the first quiz and the second quiz. These two quizzes go over chapter 1. And as you can see, we have 4 sections of algebra merged together. What does that mean? That means that Mr. Baker, the other algebra teacher, and I have joined forces. So if you click on this quiz folder, there's 4 lessons right here. We had a getting started activity. And then right here we have a lesson folder. And inside this lesson folder, inside this lesson folder, we have the video notes that we do in class. Here is the actual assignment. Notice if I go back, this quiz, the folder itself, whoops, let me go back one more. It looks like the folder has all of the assignments right here, so they're very easy to find. There's the first assignment, second, third, fourth, lined up right there. They're also inside the individual folders. And it's really hard not to know what the assignment was. So here we have the actual skill quiz. Now these are the slides, the Google slides that Mr. Baker teaches from, and Mr. Baker has also attached a video from the book. So as you can see, we have lots of resources. One thing that might be added, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but one thing on my to-do list is some of the skill check questions can be quite challenging. So there might be very soon, I don't know if I'll have enough time, but I'm going to try to make a guide video that goes over some of the harder skill check questions. So that will also be in the folder for students to find. I don't really think there's anything else to go over. So if students need help on anything, they just go use the resources. And then here's the quiz. This is the assignment. It's on paper. They do it in person. That's the only thing that's not really digitized besides bookwork and worksheets and those other things. One thing I did want to mention is we have some upcoming due dates. Now these are ideal, but they are not permanent. We just teach as fast as we can. This is more in the grade book just so it lines up all nice in order. That does not mean we'll necessarily get to those things. We have 4 separate sections all linked together, and the likelihood of all of those sections being on pace on the same time is very unlikely. So we try our best to be on point. So my advice for the students is to pay attention to what they've been doing. I know for most of my algebra classes as of today, I've been through lesson 1.3. So we're moving on to this. A nice general rule is, well, what if something is due? What do I know? Well, if we're on lesson 1.3, that probably means we should have these 2 things done by now. So just a nice guideline to follow. We'll kind of build this as we go, as we get more quizzes and as we move on throughout the year. There will be more folders in here. But that's just kind of a nice Schoology walkthrough on how things are built. So I guess I can show you one more thing here. Let's go to my algebra banks. Let's see here. So here is where all the fun is had with algebra. So here's our combined class. Here's things I had last year. Here's my save notes. Now here's all of the skill questions that we have been building over the years. So this is, there's more stuff down here. This is homework quizzes, but down here is like years and years of building things. So here's chapter 1. We're doing behind the scenes here work, folks. So like one of my big themes this year is transparency. So here we go. Here's all of the lessons in chapter 1, and all of the skill quiz questions are built in these folders. So we just got done doing 1-3. Just click on this folder. Here is the different flavors of math questions, and we've made lots of them. There's 23 of this flavor. Again, one of the fun things I picked up last year is every single flavor of math question has its own name. It's something kind of fun for the kids. Hey, whatever can kind of lighten them up and not take it too serious, and I like it very, very much. So, but here's the skill, how many points it's worth. Again, just some organizing things, and that's about it. So there we go. So just the 1-3 skill quiz has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different flavors of questions that we could throw at them for the skill check. So as you can see, every single folder has a whole bunch of stuff in it. And as I say that, this one does not, because this was a very small lesson and there was literally one skill, so we just made one question. Oh, I love it when that happens. Isn't that funny? Here we go. Adding and subtracting. Here we go. 6 folders of different flavors of questions. These are all the things that we built from scratch. We build them so kids can do them over and over and over again, so they can get lots and lots and lots of practice. The ideology is if we were basketball coaches, we would really like to have the gym open all the time so kids could come and shoot. Well, this is what this is. This is open gym. The door's unlocked. The lights are on. Come shoot. Okay, come shoot your shots. All right, so that's just kind of some behind the scenes work, and these are updated, these are tweaked. We come up with new ideas every day for different types of math skills. There's so many flavors of math questions out there. So kind of want to show you some behind the scenes stuff, and this video is kind of dragging off, or dragging out. It's becoming a long video, so I'm gonna wrap it up here pretty quick. So yeah, that's Schoology, and a quick review again, just grading practices. There it is, friends. So if you have any questions, please shoot me an email. Have your students save the emails I send them. I send them a daily email of what we did that day in that class and what they need to do. So please have them keep track of that. Thank you for watching. Hopefully this wasn't too boring, and I look forward to teaching your students this year. All right. Goodbye.